Hello, everyone. My name is Tom Eric, and I'm the CEO of CHECKD. But I like better to call myself a simplifying evangelist because that is what this is about. It's about making things more user friendly so that you can have a better day at work and a better workflow. So in CHECKD, we say that the job is not done until it's checked. And what we are, well, we want to be the industry standard for visual inspections, task management, and documentation. And what is a visual inspection? Well, it's everything you look at, point at, and tell someone to do. And today that will be snagging. So what is the challenge? Well, you are walking around on a building site. You see a lot of items that somebody needs to rectify, and you have to delegate them to the different subcontractors or people in your own team. And after a while, it's a lot of tasks. So what is the problem? Well, most people do a big detour. They take notes. We've done this since we built the pyramids, and of course, notes work, but it's hard to share. And often they look like, well, like they did when we built the pyramids, hieroglyphs. So people start taking pictures, and a lot of people take pictures and stop taking notes because they think that if I have pictures, I will remember what to do and where to do it. But when you walk around at a construction site a week, a month, a year, how many things do you see? How many pictures do you take? And how do you keep these apart? Well, it's not good enough to just put them in a folder with a date and timestamp because you will not be able to find the right image. Was it on the first floor, at the end of the hallway, on the left side, door number 3, under the window, yeah, the other window, the second window, next to the radiator, etc. So you have a lot of pictures from a lot of different places. So how do you handle this? Well, after you have done it, you need to send these images to someone. And then very often they will have questions. Should it be 1 meter? No, 2. Should it be light gray? No, dark gray. They paint it dark gray. Oh, it shouldn't be that dark gray. It should be a bit lighter. I have to do it tomorrow. No, you have to do it today, etc. We all know this. That's how it goes in any construction project. So how can we solve this? Well, when we ask people what they want, there is one thing that everybody says is priority number 1. It has to be user friendly. So what is really user friendly? Well, Google. We all use it pretty much every day. It even became a word. Just Google it. So in Google, you can search for anything and you will easily find it. That's pretty much how it's in CHECKD as well. What you need to find is not always text or pictures. So what would you do if you want to find a construction site and you didn't know where it is? Well, you would use Google Maps. You could see that you have to drive 300 meters straight ahead, take the second exit in the roundabout, etc. And that's how it is in CHECKD as well. You can upload a floor plan, a facade drawing, a Google Maps of a street or a park or a garden, and you can work directly into that drawing. By just putting your finger where the issue is, the pin will come up. You take a picture, you speak in your text, and we use text to speech, and then you simply send off the task to the person in your team or to a subcontractor, and you're off to go to find your next snagging item. Because in the picture, there will be a pin, and in that pin, you will find the pictures and the communication in a beautiful timeline, really easy to understand. So what makes CHECKD even better than other solutions trying to do the same? Well, first, we have an application that also works offline. So if you go into a basement or into a technical room and lose connection, you will still be able to do your snagging. You can insert your items, take your pictures, write your text, and as soon as you get the coverage back, it will be uploaded seamlessly in the background to CHECKD portal, where you can filter and take out any report you like. Where you see, where were my snagging items, what did I speak or write into the point, and what pictures did I take? And if you like, you can even take out a PDF if somebody needs to put it in a ring binder. But that's what we're trying to get rid of, right? So What is the most important thing about a project? Well, that is propulsion. It needs to move forward. So I know that very often I get an email or a text message. I open it and I think, well, I will fix this. And then someone else calls me or sends me an email and has something really urgent for me to do. So I do that first. And after a while, maybe an hour or two, I come back and I open my email or my SMS again, and I've received more emails. So the email that I've already opened and read has been pushed down in the list. So I forget about it because suddenly there are new emails that take my attention. That is something that is hard to solve, but we checked, we've done it. You can make the task and then you send it off. It will be 25% complete and it will be red. Red is a danger color and it will point out in your drawing or in your item list that you have sent off a task, but people have not responded to it yet. The person who gets this task will get a notification in the phone. We will look at that in a minute here, and they can then see what to do and where to do it. They can chat with you and they can click a green button and accept that task. Then it will turn to yellow in progress. So then we now have a two-way communication where you can share pictures, you can chat, and you can get that task done. And when it's done, you can add pictures of what it looks like. You can connect a checklist to it, showing that you've done the right steps that needs documentation. And then the project manager at the end can say that I'm satisfied, click OK, and it will be green. If the documentation is not good enough or the quality of work is not good enough, then you simply click the decline button and it will go back into in progress again. The user will get a notification and they will have to rectify the problem. Everything still in a drawing. Checklists is something that most people don't like because it's a dead document. You can go around, do an inspection, tick off in a lot of boxes, take pictures, etc., and you will end up with a report that you have to send out to people so that they can do their tasks. Well, in CHECKD, it doesn't work that way. We have something called item connection. So when you find a problem in your checklist, that will become a specific task that you can add to the drawing if you have one, and you can delegate it to the person responsible to fix it. So at the end, you will end up with a checklist filled out according to any regulations that you have. You can sign it and print it and put it in a binder, wherever you like. But the most important thing is that that document is the documentation that you have done your inspection, while the tasks that you have found, the items that you have found, the snagging points, they can be delegated and followed up as individual tasks. And that gives your inspection rounds a lot more power. So let's see what this looks like live. I will switch to my projects and I will even pull in my phone into the screen here. Let's make it a bit smaller so it doesn't fill up the whole screen like this. And in my projects, I have Buckingham Palace as a UK demo. Let's find that here as well. I write UK and we have a UK demo. And here I have the same project with my Buckingham Palace facade as a test drawing. Okay, so here I have my Buckingham Palace drawing. I'm putting my finger in the drawing because there are some cracks in the concrete here at the fountain. So my pin comes up. I will speak in. Big cracks in the concrete. My text comes up. I can put tags here saying that we have problems with the concrete. There are cracks. This is a deviation. And I can put whatever tags I want here. This is up to you and your company. So the next thing I will do is, of course, click my camera and take a picture of this crack. In this case, it's actually a hole in the concrete. I can point out directly in the drawing or in the picture what the problem is and assign it directly to the person responsible. Save. You see it pops up in my computer on the side screen here, task number 32, and it's also in my drawing here on my phone. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is you can also, okay, so here is my task. It's also in a task list where I can see as a list view, but we very often see that seeing things in a drawing or a facade picture like this is much more efficient. So the person who gets this task will get a notification in the app icon, as you can see in the lower right corner. When I open it, it's also in the notification log in my phone. If I open it, you can see big cracks in the concrete. There's a picture showing the cracks, and of course, I can also see this task where it is in the drawing. So it's easy for me as a subcontractor to know where to do the job and what to do. So I'll accept this task. And immediately you can see on the picture on the left side here, task number 32 now turned yellow. So we're not only doing the inspection, logging where the item is and what it is, we're also following up on what to do. So the person who get the task, he could give me a message and say, I don't have this kind of concrete in my car, comma, I will buy it and fix it later. And he gives me that message. And if I click task number 32 in the office, I have his message here. But what he does now, he fixes this. So we open the camera again, take a picture of the crack, and then we do something that, of course, you should never do. That is cheat. We cover up this hole. So now it's fixed. And I say that I have fixed the task. And I get a new picture in my timeline. And of course, I can click these pictures and get them bigger and say, this is what it looked like before. This is what it looks like now. And then if I'm, as a project manager, is satisfied with this, because now the task is blue, the worker says that he's done with it. If I'm satisfied with the task, I can accept the fix by clicking the accept button, and it will disappear from my screen. It doesn't disappear from the project. It's still there, but we hide the green items, because after a while, when you've done a lot of snagging, there will be hundreds of items, maybe even thousands of items in your project, and you don't want to see them while you're working. But right now, I want to see them, and I want to make a report of them. So I can also click generate report. I call this report for my UK demo 2, and I click OK. And in a few seconds, I will have a report up here showing me exactly what I have collected. I can share this link with anyone. It's already in my report archive. So I will just open it for you now. And you will see that I have a perfect report showing me in an interactive drawing what I have collected and where I have collected it, with text, with further descriptions if I have that, and the pictures. So here we have a picture of a crack beneath a window, and in the next image, the crack is fixed, so the task is closed. So this is how you, in a very, very easy manner, can walk around. You can use a facade drawing, as we do here. I will take up my phone again, and I can show you how it's also possible to use a floor plan. Maybe there are lots of tasks done here in some quality assurance. Here is my snagging for the first floor. And if I don't have a floor plan or I'm working outside, I can use Google Maps and even a satellite photo of Buckingham Palace, where I can then put in problems as a big hole in concrete, tarmac is cracking up, etc. So I can use any kind of drawing or picture, put my snagging items directly into the picture or drawing, and take out my reports as I just showed you. Everything will be stored in the report archive with items in the drawing and a full overview of what's going on in my project. I can filter, I can search, I can put date ranges, etc. The most important thing is you do the snagging inspections as you've done before, but you do them faster and you do them in a more fun way. And the result you get out is better because it's all searchable. And at a click of a button, you have a perfect snagging report. So happy snagging, and I hope to see you later at another demonstration of CHECKD and some of our other features. Have a nice day.